Hello, dear students in Choueifat School, grade 7. In this video, I'm going to try to summarize the chapter 1 by solving chapter review. So let's directly start solving first question. Fill in the blanks with the word or a phrase that best completes each sentence. The part of science that describes the different ways in which scientists study the natural world is known as physical science. So here you have to write physical science. So this is the part of science that describes different ways in which scientists study natural world. Natural world, like when you study chemistry, physics, geology, and so on. The branch of science that studies living things is called life science. So here we write life science. The universal language of science is mathematics. So here you have to write mathematics. Mathematics is very important in understanding science. Next one, number 4. Galileo Galilei and Francis Bacon are credited for founding the basis of the method of scientific inquiry. So here you have to write method of scientific inquiry. The first step of the method of scientific inquiry is to make observation. So here, to make observation. Observing, comparing, and predicting are examples of science inquiry method. So here we write method. Science inquiry method. A reasonable explanation of an observation that can be repeatedly tested by an experiment is a hypothesis. So here we write hypothesis. Hypothesis. Question number 8. The control group is a standard for comparison used in a controlled experiment. Question number 9. Color, sound, and shape are examples of what data? We call it qualitative data. So here you have to write qualitative data. Well-verified hypotheses that explain natural phenomena are known as theories. So here you write theories. Now we move to question number 2. Indicate whether each of the following statements is true or false. Correct the false statement. First one, a theory does not change. This is false. Why is it false? Because a theory can change if new evidence from experiments or observations contradicts it. Number 2, a fact is always supported by observations, tests, experiments, and studies. This is true. Number 3, when you study your data to look for trends or patterns, you are applying the skill of inference. In fact, this is false. The correction here, when you study the data to look for trends or patterns, you are analyzing data, not inference. Inference is drawing a conclusion based on evidence and reasoning. Number 4, science is a body of knowledge about the natural world. This is true. Number 5, the two main branches of science are chemistry and physics, this is false, because the two main branches of science are physical science and life science. So here, physical science and life science, as we have studied in this chapter. Number 3 now, indicate whether each of the following are facts or not. Dogs bark. So dogs bark, this is observable or testable behavior of dogs. So this is a fact. Water is a liquid. Also, this is a fact. Because under standard conditions, water is a liquid. This is scientifically verifiable. Number 3, the weather is warm. This is not a fact. This is called an opinion. So it's not a fact. Not a fact. This is what? This is opinion. So this is not a fact. This is an opinion or feeling. Number 4, the chair is comfortable. This is also not a fact. So the chair is comfortable. It's not a fact. This varies from one person to another person. Some person might find it comfortable, and another one might find it not comfortable. So it's not a fact. A table is a solid body. This is a fact. So this one is a fact. Why is it a fact? Because this solid is measurable, or it is a physical property. Next question, indicate whether each of the following is a hypothesis or an observation. So number 1, the color of a plant leaf depends on the amount of sunlight it receives. Now if this is a hypothesis, so this is hypothesis, because it proposes an explanation or testable cause effect. Number 2, the sky is blue. This is observation. Observation. So this is an observation because you have direct sensory fact. Number 3, clouds have different shapes. Now clouds have different shapes. This is observation. Observation, because we are describing what we see. Number 4, a cut flower stays fresh if sugar is added to the water. Now this is hypothesis because it suggests a testable relationship between sugar and freshness. So this is hypothesis. Water evaporates faster in warmer weather. Now this is, in fact, this is an observation because it can be measured. It states a factual pattern that can be measured. So this is observation. Next question now. Now make an inference based on each of the following observations. A shirt is wet. Now the inference could be it was washed recently. It was washed recently. Number 2, there are tire marks on the road. There are tire marks on the road. So this is an observation, and the inference, a vehicle braked suddenly. A vehicle braked suddenly. That's what you can conclude from this observation. Number three, your friend has sunburn. The inference, you can see uh, he spent a long time in the sun. So here you see he spent he spent a long time in the sun. This is very important question. They give you observation and you write an inference. Number four, there are pieces of broken glass on the floor and on the edge of the table. So this is an observation. The inference, a glass fell off the table and broke. So here you can see a glass fell off the table and broke. Last one, your friend has dark circles under her eyes. Here you can write an inference. She did not sleep well and is tired. So she didn't sleep well and she is tired and is tired. Now, answer the following questions in complete sentences. What is the advantage of scientists using mathematics as a means of communication? Now, the advantage of scientists using mathematics as a means of communication we can see mathematics provides a universal, precise language that follows scientists worldwide to share data and to formulate laws and to make accurate predictions without ambiguity or errors. Question number two, how does a hypothesis guide an investigator in planning an experiment? So how does a hypothesis guide an investigator in planning an experiment? A hypothesis states a testable explanation for an observation which helps the investigator design an experiment by identifying variables, controls, and measurements needed to test the prediction. Number three, you hear someone saying that her science textbook has all the information of science. Do you agree? Justify your answer. Now, we don't agree because science textbooks contain well-established knowledge up to the time of printing. But science is constantly evolving with new discoveries. Number four, you have two identical balls. One bounces while the other does not. Design an experiment you could conduct to try to explain this observation. Okay, the experiment explains why one of the identical balls bounces and the other does not. So first observe if there are visible differences or cracks, material wear, then measure mass, diameter, and internal pressure if hollow or something like that. Then drop both from the same height onto a hard surface and measure rebound height for each one. Then cut open the non-bouncing ball to check for the internal damage or material degeneration. Now last one, number five, hypothesis for why trees shed leaves in autumn. Trees shed leaves to reduce water loss during winter when frozen soil makes it hard to absorb water and to get rid of waste products. So that's the reason. Hopefully you have found everything easy with me. In case you have questions, you can ask me in comments. I will answer all your questions. Thank you very much indeed for listening.